On this episode...
No, we're going to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay,
Happy
on
New
this
Year.
episode, Mark...
That's not how we start.
Starts
I'm
all
Mark.
I'm Evan.
On this episode...
Mark is all over the place. I join him for the ride. And we talk about how Mark should be more direct.
Yes.
What else do we talk about?
And I poke Evan.
Yeah, a lot.
A lot.
Hurt.
What's up? How's it going?
Good, man.
Last podcast episode of the year.
Ugh.
I knew you were going to say that. I knew you were going to do that. And
Okay.
last week, I joked about the fact that I was like, we should do a retrospective. I'm going to go back through all the podcast episodes. There's a dog here that I just randomly started petting, not realizing. I'm going to go back through all the podcast episodes. I'm going to pull the best moments, and I'm going to play them for you.
Did you do that? No.
I sat down to do it.
Okay.
And then I literally stopped because I realized Evan doesn't want to spend an hour with me looking backwards.
Yeah. But
Like
we
the
almost
thought-
did
the
that
thought
last
of-
time, which was
the thought of
annoying.
me doing all of this work to find the best moments so you could listen to yourself
Uh-huh.
and then talk about it. You're not going to want to do that.
Probably not.
That's like 4 hours of work for something that you would then find grueling just to sit through.
Yeah. Work on my landing page.
So
That's
instead, we're not going to look back. We're going to look forward again. 2020. I want to know.
What? We did this last week, Mark.
We did, but here's what I'm jazzed up about.
Okay.
I want to know a goal you have for 2020. We can do catch up time. We can do catch up time.
I don't know. I don't have a goal in 2020.
You don't have a goal?
No, I don't think that way, dude.
Oh, see, I was thinking, okay, what do I want to try and crush this year? And I started getting excited about all the possibilities for the things that I can work on.
Okay. What? What's one?
I haven't figured out if me getting more judgy would be helpful or if I should get less judgy.
How are you gonna measure it?
How am I going to measure it?
Yeah.
If I'm more judgy or less judgy?
Anything.
I don't know. How do I measure if I'm more positive or less positive?
What kind of goal is that?
Something I want to work on.
Okay. Then start now. This is it.
I know I can start now.
No, you must start now. If it's important to you, you must start now.
Listen, isn't it... Gosh, I shouldn't show up in person. You're so much better on Zoom recordings. I'm here at TDS. We're doing a live recording so Nina can practice setting up all of this lighting and stuff. That's why the audio quality maybe sounds a bit more echoey for our audio listeners. And Evan is super feisty. He walked in. Why did you walk in feisty?
Did I?
You walked in feisty.
Really?
Yeah, impatient and feisty. Why are you feeling the pressure?
I'm not feeling pressure. This feels normal. I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Okay.
I'm excited. We started a minute late. Let's go.
That wasn't because of me.
I don't care who.
The recording started right
It's
on
all
time.
because of me. So let's go.
You don't like to set goals. You don't like the possibility of sitting down and thinking, I have a year of potential ahead of me.
No,
and
come
I
on.
can do anything with this year. What
did we
should
not
I do?
cover this? Why do we cover this all the time? We covered this.
Fine, you come up with something new then. You want it to be about things I'm thinking about, things
Okay.
I'm working through, things you can help me with in the moment, and then you get upset that we keep talking about the same stuff.
We talked about this last week, though.
It was different last week, though.
Okay, fine. Then go down
Last
your path.
week was about how resolutions are terrible,
Okay.
and how they could suck you into a hole, and how today is 2020 and you got to get started and don't wait.
It's the same answer. Today's 2020. Don't wait.
No, but now I'm curious. So what are some things you want to do in 2020 to crush it? If you don't want to talk about that, let's talk about
okay,
it. Fine.
look,
What are
look.
things you're going to do right now to crush it?
Yeah.
But you told me last week that you're overwhelmed and have too many things on the go.
Yeah. If I had an idea of
Yeah.
what I would do in 2020, then I would do it right now. That's how you
have
should do it.
Too many things.
Well, I don't have any new ideas of what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah,
I want to be
I-
able to focus more too. That's another thing I want to work on in 2020. More focus.
So now you can
Increase
practice right now.
productivity.
Okay.
Yeah. I've already fixed some things by having, like, knowing when I'm most energetic, when I'm most focused, fixing food, fixing diet, having music, fixing environment to a certain degree.
Mm-hmm.
So these are all next level things I want to do now.
All right.
You know?
Start.
You don't want to talk about this?
It's always going to be start right now. Go. Do it right now. I'm going away for 3 months. I don't even know what kind of human I'm going to be when I come back in April.
I do.
Okay, great.
You're going to be the same human you are right now.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
You're going to be excited about some new things.
No. I'm going to be different. I'm going to be better. I'm going to be evolved. I will. That's why you can't set proper goals, because you're going to be a different person in April. You're thinking about where you're going to be in December. In April, you're going to be a different person. If you're growing, if you're learning, if you're doing stuff. Yeah.
I'm worried that I changed so much this year that I'm going to run out of change juice.
No.
Progress juice.
Always
Whatever you
be
want to
jumping.
call it.
Dude, you've done nothing. Just remember that.
Cool.
That's how you
Well,
always...
listen, man, if you don't want to talk about this, then I'm at a loss for words. Can I tell you that the team...
Good episode.
Yeah, great episode. great episode. We are 6 minutes, 30 seconds in.
All right, good, short one. Listen,
Nice
Mark,
and
you
short.
know this
Nina
already.
doesn't even
Come
have
on.
all the cameras set
you
up
know
and we're
this,
done.
Mark. You already know this.
We're
you know
done.
this.
I don't know. Maybe I'm in a weird mood, but the team has been asking all week. We send out an email to our entire team in all of the different locations that they're at. Every month the email goes out, and I have a video update that I send to the team.
Oh, that's cool.
So I do this quick video update.
Talking head. Hey guys.
Talking head. Hey, this is
Wait,
what
how
I'm thinking
corporate do you
about.
get? How
No,
business
it's-
smart do you get?
No, not at all.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I walk in here, you're talking to Alex. You're so business smart. It's hilarious.
Oh, is that good or bad?
It's not.
Professor
it's
Mark. I
okay.
think
Yeah,
we
Professor
established
Mark.
it.
Professor Mark.
Professor Mark.
It's just weird. It's just different.
Yeah.
Anyway, you bring
Anyway,
up
so
Professor Mark.
we send out this video every week, and Louis has been leaning on me all week. Mark, you got to send your video. Give me your video. Give me your video.
Okay.
I sat down for 10 minutes this afternoon, thinking like, okay, what am I going to say? Like, had the camera ready to go, like looking at the camera. I was at a loss for words.
Wow.
I didn't know what to say.
You go back to your default sentimental, guys. What an amazing year! All of you are just so special to me in my heart, and just go one by one and thank them for everything you've contributed to making all of our lives better.
That's a good idea.
We're probably working on Christmas. Like, I'm jazzed to work on Christmas because Hayden doesn't come in until
December 25.
on the
Christmas
5th,
Day.
and
Yeah.
but he comes at night.
Yeah.
And Nina and I are doing no gifts this year.
I'm so excited about Christmas break.
No
I'm
gifts.
So excited.
No gifts for Christmas. For each other, we're doing gifts for like kids and family and all this other stuff. But for each
Well,
other,
I am
no gifts.
excited that tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m.
You're done tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, me coming here to TDS in a snowstorm
Yeah, that's good.
to
That's some good
record this
hustle.
in person is actually like eating up a lot more time than I thought.
Yeah.
Than I was used to. So let's make the most of it.
Yeah, let's go.
Here we go. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
What?
I literally thought about all these things that we could talk about for 2020 with goal setting and
Wait,
getting
okay,
excited
but
about
why
things
did
and
you think that
next
I would
level things that because you said last week you said I don't want to look backwards. I only look forward.
Okay, but how many episodes have we done now?
We have done 58.
And how many times have we spoken in the past year? Just that.
560 times.
Great. And what would make you think that this would be an awesome topic for me to talk about?
Because
I hate
it's
this
about
stuff.
next level thinking.
Okay.
It's like great.
I
Let's
like
not
that.
look back at the stuff we've done last
Yes,
year
okay,
and
so
pat
just-
ourselves on the back.
Great.
Let's think about next level advance. When I wasn't losing weight and I needed to get more serious again, it wasn't like, okay, well, let's pat myself on the back for the things I've done. It's like, what's next level? What's
Okay.
even harder?
Yeah.
What's even more dramatic?
Great, so-
what's even more challenging?
So
I'm
take out.
hungry and ready for next year's challenges.
Hold on, Nina just gave me a really bad face. What happened, Nina?
The memory card you have in there is full.
Oh, come on! Part of camera prep is clearing the cards.
You're using the camera
I
the
don't.
whole
I
time.
never used a memory card, Nina. I filmed right to my computer.
Oh, and the other one I have at the top.
Wow.
It's amazing.
I think we need to set up some standard operating procedures.
Yep.
To help
Yep.
with.
Can't have this happen on the tour.
No, yeah, I know. Alex won't be there to set up the lights.
Yeah, right, Alex.
Oh, we have Jeremy and Lee.
I like it. Let's take off the year.
Fine.
It's not about 2020. We still
Fine.
have 2 weeks left. You could do something amazing over the break.
I'm going to. We've talked this year about intentionality.
Yeah.
I've always struggled with thinking about work at home, thinking
Wait,
about
wait,
home
why-
at work.
but, dude.
This 2-week break, I'm going to be with my family. We're going to do everything with such intentionality that I'm literally stepping back from work for 2 weeks.
I love it. I didn't
Yeah.
say you can go crush it at work in the
Yeah.
next 2 weeks.
Okay.
They can go crush it.
Yeah.
I love intentionality. I'm doing
Yeah.
similar. When Hayden comes, we're not doing,
Yeah.
unless he's in bed or we're doing it together. There's 1 day a week that I'm doing videos, and he's going to spend time with his grandparents so they can see him, and everything else we're doing together.
Yeah.
Fine, but you could still, like, with intentionality should be all the time.
Perfect. 2020, I'm going to work on that.
Great. No. You're doing something better. You're doing it.
I'm doing it now.
Next week. Yeah.
Today.
Great.
Tomorrow.
Even now. Yes.
At
Better.
1 p.m.
Yes. Better.
I am
We're getting there.
done work.
Yeah.
Other than I might have a conference call on Monday. It's pending.
Wow. Yeah, we're going all the way to Christmas and then nothing.
Yeah.
Except
I'm
for
so
the 1 day a
excited.
week.
I'm so excited. I've already started making lists of the movies I want to watch with my kids.
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. It's like being that excited about everything.
I've the last few weeks I've been doing that, and I'm finding it hard to get my work done because I'm literally spending time on the things that I'm most excited about that are actually big picture progress, big picture
Yeah.
important.
Mhm.
Super excited about it. Friday morning I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work on this and this and this, and I crush it through the day, and then I'm like, oh, I got to do that other stuff that I don't want to do either. So big picture goal, get rid of those things. delegate, drop, whatever your 3 things are, right? What is it? Stop doing, delegate, systematize. I don't know.
Eliminate, automate, delegate.
There you go. I knew they
I haven't
would
talked
rhyme.
about that in a while.
I knew they would rhyme.
Wow, I haven't talked about that in a long time. Eliminate, automate, delegate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, we're all over the place. So if I can't think in terms of 2020 goals, I got to think in terms of right now. But we're talking next level things, and at least you can get excited about it to show up for this podcast that we're now 15 minutes into.
Yeah. People are enjoying, maybe?
Yeah, right. We've lost everyone.
Wow. Wow.
Other than Joe.
Wow. Oh, we love you, Joe.
What else?
Good job, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I think that's good training. I think that's good training to get to the point where every day is exciting, where you're just as excited about the work as your family, as your playtime, as the weekend. Like, you should be excited for a Monday. You should be excited for a Saturday. You should be excited about everything because you're living the life with intention.
Yeah.
And the second you stop getting excited by it, then you should be looking at what is happening that I need to then shift.
I have to say, over the last 6 months, I've gotten a lot I think before I may have spent maybe 5% of my time or 10% of my time. No, it can't even be that much. 5% of my time, let's say, looking forward to things. And then I would build them up so much and look so much forward to them that when I would start doing them, I couldn't enjoy them.
Okay.
Because they were falling short of my expectations. Because I'd go like, oh, I just can't wait till Saturday morning. Saturday morning's going to be amazing. I'm going to be able to get up early. I'm going to be able to have alone time. I'm going to work on some videos. I'm going to do this. And I would build Saturday morning up so much. Saturday would come, I could only do half of the things. Suddenly I don't feel very good, or it's this, or something unexpected happens that throws my morning off. And now this time I was looking forward to I can't have. And it literally ruins the entire week because I spend the rest of my... And now, 6 months later, I think I may be up to like 30 or 40% of my time. I'm doing the things I'm most excited about.
All right, that's progress.
I think that's progress.
Yep, and keep going.
Yes.
Yeah, to get to the point where...
But when you have that margin as well, you're not so disappointed when things come up or change up your plans, because you're not losing this little precious moment of time that is kind of that moment you carved out.
We should just get rid of disappointment.
I struggle. To get rid of disappointment? In what? The world?
In yourself.
I'm disappointed by almost everything all of the time.
That's the problem.
I tell my kids that's my middle initial is D, Mark D. Drager. It's Mark Disappointed Drager.
Well, the first step is to de-link that.
Yes, there you go. Stop telling myself that story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stop identifying with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Dragersaurus. Drager.
Mark Dragosaurus Drager.
Yeah, exactly. You're a dinosaur, king of the world.
A fast one, though,
Last
right?
of his kind. Yeah, he's getting there.
We're trying.
He's getting there. Yeah. Stop being disappointed. Disappointment is still results-based.
Thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're disappointed that you didn't get the outcome.
Yeah.
That's still the wrong way to think about things. But progress is great. What did we talk about yesterday that you said we should dive into this more on the podcast?
I
about
don't
Alex.
remember. You started off by getting into a story about something. I don't remember. That was all the way yesterday.
Wow.
I have Evan level memory these days. The more positive
great.
I become, and the more I emulate Evan, the worse my memory is getting.
I think that's actually a good thing. I think the more positive you become,
Nina's smiling.
the more positive you become.
Nina, you know how bad this guy's memory is, right?
Oh my guys.
Yeah, but
I'm struggling with him every day about his memory.
Every day.
Where's my key? Where's my phone?
Oh, you should get him.
Where's my
You should get
wallet?
him tile for his birthday.
just take a picture of it. Yeah, just take a video of it. I did an IG story.
Tile. No, tile. The thing that you put on where your phone
Yes,
can
I
find
know.
it.
Yeah.
You didn't see my IG story.
What?
On sale, Costco, it's on sale. And
She
then
sent me a
you
video, and I said, I don't need this. And then I put her face on all the tiles. I got Nina.
Aw,
Nina's my
that
tile.
could be considered a little disrespectful in some courses, some parts of the world or whatever.
Oh, that's fine. It's love. I don't care. People
Yeah.
have
I don't need
judgments.
to annoy my wife less. I have my wife.
That's some present thinking moments.
That's actually like when I spill something on my shirt and someone's like, oh no, and I'm like, it's okay. My wife does the laundry. I say it as a joke, but she really hates doing the laundry. Nina, you're adding a light halfway through the production?
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it yet.
Oh, this is for the.
That you guys done.
Oh
What?
wow! So the second interview gets a better lighting setup.
Yeah,
than
just
ours.
turn it on. Who cares? Go for it. Idea to action.
It'll change the lighting.
Did you make
profile,
Louis
though.
eat the ribbon?
Oh, we tried to, but he threw it out, and I wasn't gonna pull it out of the the dirty.
Oh my
dirty,
God! Of
dirty
course, that
garbage.
makes it the best.
No, so a few other people suggested he eats the ribbon as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So
Good,
just-
good.
Wow. So
Mark's
just for
plugged in
people
there.
who don't know,
Listen, dude. A few
On
other people had
yesterday's-
Fanta.
Hmm?
A few other people had Fanta.
no IG people.
Ah, that
IG
disappoints
people.
me. See, I'm disappointed now.
Evan disappointed Drager.
Yeah. I want because that's a sign, man. That is an action-oriented culture that Fanta needs.
So we got given gifts from our landlord, and I put out an IG post yesterday that talked about the fact that we had all these yummy chocolate gifts. And I was like, oh, I was smelling them. They looked so good. The cake, this German, Italian, whatever cake looked so good. It all looks great. And half of our team is eating it right in front of us. And I say to Louis, what did I say? Louis or something, you're going to eat this? And there was a bow on it. And he'd say, I'd rather eat the ribbon than eat that stuff.
Yeah.
So naturally, Evan said, okay, let's see it.
Yeah,
Let's see him
yeah.
eat the ribbon.
Idea to action.
And so I went to him when I saw it at the end of the day. I was like, where's this ribbon? We got to get a video of you eating it.
Yeah.
And it had been thrown in the garbage, like under
Oh,
4
so
hour
good.
old
Yeah.
leftover
Nice,
garbage
dude.
food.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
We weren't making
Oh,
him
that's
eat
too
that.
bad. That's
Although I
too bad.
should have washed it.
Yeah.
I should have
Like-
washed it,
Yeah,
cleaned it
exactly.
up.
You're teaching
So it
it-
has some
Yeah, the
egg
lesson just
stains on
sucks.
it,
The
whatever.
lesson sucks all over. It's just that's the
Hedge
exact
City.
that's the exact kind of loser thinking that we need to stamp out.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm serious.
The fact that we wouldn't pull a
No,
ribbon out of the
hold on,
garbage and have it eaten?
no. The fact that you're finding excuses instead of a way. Even right now, you came up with a way. How about we wash it? No, in 5 seconds you gave up.
Perfect. I'm going to work on this in
Yeah,
2020.
that's the problem. Last night we're taking our dogs for a walk, so I have a half-hour walk plus goal, right? That I'm doing right now. Every day, at least half an hour walking. So we take the dogs out. About 10 minutes in, so about a third of the way through, right? Justana starts crying. My dog,
What?
because it's
How does she
cold.
start
It's too
crying?
cold.
She's
She's
whining?
too cold. Yeah. She wouldn't move. She starts crying. The snow. She's a little weak.
Yeah.
Nothing, right?
She's a tiny little
She
wiener
can't handle
dog,
it. She has no
Justana.
survival skills at all.
I got to
So-
tell you, my 100-pound Rottweiler, Roxy, loves the cold.
Yeah.
Hates the
Anyway,
heat.
these two hate it. She's got a jacket on and everything. Timo is wearing these embarrassing boots. Anyway, Justana doesn't have the boots and she's crying. So it's like, oh, okay, well, let's pick her up. We'll pick her up and we'll walk home.
Yeah.
So I pick her up and I said, okay, well, I'll put her in my jacket. So I had this giant jacket, put her in the jacket. We'll go home.
Yeah.
And then we take 2 steps home. I said,
Wait, what are we doing?
I can carry her like this.
Perfect.
I'll just carry her for the rest of
How
the
much
walk.
does she weigh? Was she like 15 pounds?
Something like that.
20 pounds?
Something like that.
Yeah.
What's she supposed
No,
to
not
weigh,
20.
though?
No. She's supposed to be like 12 to
8
15.
pounds?
No. This is normal. She's
10?
normal. But that's it. In that moment is your whole life. That's the whole game.
The whole game.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to shout that. The whole game!
Yeah. This is the problem. Here, you have this plan. And then, oh, surprise.
We
plan.
didn't have a plan. We didn't have a plan.
Yeah. The plan was,
Evan texted and said, hey, get him to eat it. And I went, oh, that's funny.
yeah, great. That becomes a, no, he said, I'm going to eat it. I should eat it.
He said, I'd rather
eat it.
the ribbon
Great.
than eat that stuff.
You had a plan in your head that says Louis is going to eat the ribbon. As soon as the tiniest little obstacle comes up, we give up on it and quit. That's the loser thinking. Did you even try? Did you spend even 8 seconds thinking about potential solutions?
No, Evan.
That's the
I
problem.
spent half an hour with you, staying late at work on Facebook so we could copy edit your landing pages.
That's the problem. That's what you need to fix. But see, I love the default when you said that, like people were asking about Louis should eat it. That's the idea to action mindset that the whole company needs, that
Yeah.
everybody needs.
Yeah.
I got so pumped that I thought it was the Fanta people. Like, no, it's your people on IG.
Yeah.
That should
It
be
was
the Fanta
Evan, It was
people.
Evan fans.
Yeah,
It
I
was
love it.
Evan carry
That's-
over to Mark fans
That is the
on
right
IG.
thinking. That is the right thinking. You said it.
Yeah.
Let's go do it. And
I was impressed that more than just you said it, though.
I am too. I
Right?
wish it was
That-
at the
that people
company.
were like, Louis got to eat that ribbon.
Yeah. You
Let's
said
see it.
Yeah, cut it up into pieces, put ketchup on it, anything. Make it happen.
Okay.
Wash it. Like the willingness to give up on something because it gets minutely hard is the embarrassment. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you proud of your effort? No, that's the problem.
I was fine with my effort.
No. Are you proud of your effort? Are you proud? Are
Yeah,
you proud?
I was-
You shouldn't be proud then. That's how you need to raise your game. You want to raise your game? That's what I'm talking
So
about.
now I got to be proud of the things you're proud about?
No, you should be proud about yourself for playing a new level of effort. If you're saying I'm proud of myself,
I was proud
that
just
I walked to
I
the
was proud
garbage
for
can.
just posting that video
Okay, great.
in the moment.
Awesome.
Because I don't share enough.
Okay, good.
I got to share more things.
Great. Pat yourself
so
on the back.
I'm working to share more things.
Awesome.
I'm like, last night I shared a video of my son who decorated his room with these crazy Christmas lights. I thought it was cool, but I'm like, is this really worth it? Okay, let's try sharing it. Let's go.
Great.
Let's go.
Now, next level. This is it.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Awesome. You proud of it? Awesome. Amazing. Pat yourself on the back. I did great. Next level is...
What do you think of the fact, and this is maybe loser thinking, but I was thinking about what you said about rare air.
Okay, you like that.
I like that rare air a lot.
He's such a
Breathing
comparison
rare
guy.
air.
It's hilarious.
What do you mean?
You're such a comparison prestige kind of guy. It's hilarious. Okay, anyway, yes. Keep
Yeah,
going.
because significance still drives me.
I know,
I've been to Tony Robbins.
I know,
Significance still
okay.
drives me. Something to prove means I'm competing against myself or others.
Yeah, really others, but not really yourself. I got it. Keep going.
No, I compete against myself now
Okay.
quite a bit. But
Okay.
yeah,
Keep going.
I don't want to lose that though. I
Okay,
don't
rare air.
want to lose this. I still feel it serves me. The significance serves me right now.
No, well, it serves you in a negative way. You accomplish your goals.
Yes.
Which leads to
More significant.
positive stuff.
Yes.
But the driving factor behind it is cancerous.
Perfect. In 2020, we'll kill the cancer.
Great. Anyway, keep going. Rare air.
This rare air thing, right? I love the idea, right? You're climbing, you're doing things that you're breathing rare air. You used this on yourself, whatever, a year or two ago.
Okay.
I was back when I thought you were egotistical and crazy, but now I've become egotistical and crazy too.
He's bleeding the Kool-Aid too.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've gone
keep
crazy. But this got me thinking, and this is maybe fear or whatever, all of this stuff thinking. Like when you said, Mark, that weight that you lost was the easy weight.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy, but it was the easy weight.
Uh-huh.
Now it's the harder stuff, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It made me think about diminishing returns.
Yeah.
There's always going to be the next step in your climb,
Mm-hmm.
but each step becomes harder, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
But not only harder in terms of physical effort, like you may see diminishing returns on it. Can you run out of progress?
It becomes, well, here's the thing. It becomes more and more tiny percentages.
Yeah.
But it's in those tiny percentages that you become elite.
So the Tony Robbins, like the amount of effort it takes to become extraordinary at something that it used to be good enough to be good.
Sure.
But now you got to be great. But now great only gets you good.
Yeah.
And now amazing only gets you great.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to be extraordinary,
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
About comparing to past. I don't buy into that. But yes, on the you're like 1%.
So are you a Tim Ferriss mindset where going 80% is enough because it takes too much effort to grab the last 20%? Or are you the let's chisel away at that extra 1%, 0.5% extra inches?
Actions to ambitions. I'm both, depending on what my goals are.
Okay.
On YouTube, I'm in the fine 2% less, like 0.5%, right? I obsess over it. I'm doing split tests, all of it. Other things, 80% is good enough. What are you trying to accomplish? When people come here to learn to dance, we're at my dance studio here at TDS. If you go through level 1, you'll learn merengue bachata quickly, and then 7 weeks of salsa.
I'm sure level 1 and 2 you make a ton of progress really quick.
You can go out at the end of level 1 and go to a wedding and dance.
Yeah.
And blow all your friends away.
Yes.
Because you could do a couple moves on a turn. It's like, oh my God. And you're getting all this attention.
I know.
Like, oh, we take dance classes.
Can I tell you that Jack and I did a year and a half of ballroom, but we were just doing the same. My cousin's wife's parents were ballroom teachers, ballroom dance teachers. So we would always do their course, and we did it for a year and a half because we were getting married back then. We wanted to get good at it. And so we learned all these steps, and we're like, let me tell you, because we're a bit competitive, we crushed it in the class. And if we would go to a wedding, if we go to a dance, you want us to waltz, tango, foxtrot, like all the things that I like, we can totally hold ourselves. Well, we got invited to an actual, whatever you call it, a meetup, a dance.
Yeah, you sucked.
Well, not only did we suck, and was it super intimidating, but these songs were like 7 minutes long. We only have a minute and a half of moves.
Yeah, you ran out of moves. Yeah.
And we're like, I guess we'll just
do it again.
Do the same moves again.
Yeah,
and the same moves again.
And you gotta lead
it was
it.
totally depressing.
Yeah, but that's like, what game do you want to play? Do you want to just be able to impress your friends and be able to dance at the 4 weddings a year that you go to, or whatever? Or do you want to be able to be one of the best in the world at right? So to be one of the best in the world, you need to put in all the practice. You need to keep innovating. Put in that extra effort. So
Yeah.
we all do it. Like, I think we all micromanage things, and you should be micromanaging some things.
Sure, you should be loose on things, you should be micromanaging things, you should care about things, you should not care about other things, you should use negativity for positivity and vice versa, but it's just like, what do they say,
Vice
discernment?
versa. You're going to use the positivity for negativity? I don't know about that.
Whatever. But
Well,
the
whatever.
discernment,
Listen, you're
it all
saying
comes
words,
down,
you're paying
it all
attention.
comes down to discernment, right?
Okay.
Anytime that I question people on anything, they're like, well, you just have to discern what's best for you in the moment. I'm like, great.
Nobody
thanks.
says you have to discern.
Dude, you got to hang out with more Christians then. They talk about discernment all the time.
Wow.
Be of the world, not in the world. That's the classic old one, right?
Be
Well,
of the world, not in the world? Okay.
Yeah. Be in the world, not of the world. I guess that's what you say. Right? Be in the world, but not of the world. Right? And then
Okay.
people go, well, they want to become legalistic because it's easier to follow a set of rules than it is to discern. Should I be watching this? Should I be hanging
Discern.
out with these people? Should I be listening to these things?
Okay.
That's the answer they use, and I hate that word. I hate that answer.
Okay.
Because it's just like, well, figure it out. Figure it out.
Okay.
But I struggle with knowing what's the right amount of positivity or negativity, and how do you use it or don't use it, and you're like an opposite machine. You're like, you're feeling good. You're like, oh well, better make sure that you don't feel good. You got nothing to feel good about. Then you're like, oh, you're right, I don't feel good. You're like, what are you talking about? You're amazing and you're the best. Like,
for other people. Okay.
yeah, not for yourself, for other people.
Yeah. But I give people what they need. I help.
Which is the opposite of where they're at the time.
Typically.
Yeah.
Because people bounce. People aren't centered. People are on one end or the other. That's your job. You help center people. Yeah, because everybody else is telling them the same thing that they're feeling, as opposed to what they actually need. When you get a win, everybody's celebrating you. You need to be
shouldn't be
told,
celebrating.
yeah, like you've done enough. You've done enough celebrating already. You celebrated too much. Great, you won some crazy ass marketing award. Awesome, Mark. I'm pumped for you. Let's go. Because everybody else is celebrating. You're celebrating. Everybody else is celebrating. Foot's way off the gas. You're back into complacency mode, and that's not where you actually want to be. Where you want to be. And so let's go.
So should we be proud of
Yes.
Hello Dog 2019?
You should be proud of everything. You should be proud of today.
And
2019 and your whole life, dude.
And at the same time, you should be totally disappointed because you suck and you need to get better?
No, I'm not disappointed.
Oh, okay.
I think we should eliminate disappointment. We talked about this already.
This is new.
I think it's good. I think disappointment. I don't know how much disappointment serves you.
Me or people in general?
In general, I don't think disappointment really serves you.
I think it depends if you can catch it, right? Everything that you say is about if you can catch it in the moment and then shortening that moment and catching it quicker.
Sure, okay,
I
but
think if you can get disappointed about something and say, I don't ever want to feel this again. I'm never going to put myself in this situation. I'm never going to let this happen again.
but you can't. It's going to happen again.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to happen again.
I don't know. When we talked in the summertime about last winter when some people ripped me off for money and I let them because I was, being a nice guy and whatnot.
You're going to get ripped off again.
Yep.
Maybe not the same scenario. You've learned from it, but something else is going to happen. You're going to get ripped off. Whatever. It's okay. You learn from it. Great. But we still fight the same 8 demons over and over and over and over again. You're a nice person. You'll get ripped off. It's going to happen. Don't lose your house over it, Mark. It's fine. Just be smarter next time. Someone's going to rip you off. A client's going to rip you off. Somebody at your team who you love is going to rip you off. It's going to happen. You're going to get ripped off. You're not going to live the rest of your life and never get ripped off again. That means you're not living.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's okay. Don't get disappointed. You learn from it. Right?
I feel like I feel like this whole conversation, I can't quite nail down what we're actually talking about.
I'm just bouncing off of you, Mark.
Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's the issue.
So you wanted to talk about yesterday why I didn't let Alex come over to my place to work.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so yesterday...
For all of you guys with your great memories.
On the live stream, Alex was listening to the first 10 minutes, he told me.
I told him to listen to it.
Oh, so not live. You told him to listen back afterwards?
I told him, yeah, Alex doesn't listen to our lives. I told him on the after we finished,
Yes.
Mark and I talked about you
Okay, listen back.
on your, whatever, if he wants
Yeah.
to. We talked about you on our show,
Yeah.
on
So,
Instagram Live.
For everyone on YouTube, Evan and I do weekly a live 30 minutes on IGTV. and then it goes over to our audio podcast. So the audio podcast listeners get extra behind the scenes bonuses and that extra bonus episode.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Okay, keep going. More context.
Anyway, so we get straight in the live stream. You had mentioned that you were talking about Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, were you talking to him on Monday? Because every Monday, Alex comes over, spends time with Evan.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, no, he wasn't allowed to.
Yeah.
So I wanted to dig into that. But you told the story. You said it was because he didn't hit his goal and you'd made him, and he had loser thinking and he made you really mad.
Okay. Okay.
Didn't you not walk through this whole story?
Maybe. You said, let's talk about it tomorrow on the podcast. Like, okay, we can talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
But I told Alex to listen to it.
Okay.
I like anything that I say about somebody.
Yes, you're hoping that they would hear.
Not necessarily hoping they would hear, but not being ashamed or embarrassed. Like, oh my God, what if you heard this?
Right.
No, Alex has been around me enough to know that it's all love, and he wrote back like feeling the love or something.
That's interesting. I've actually, since we've been doing this podcast, we started last February.
Okay.
We've done 58 episodes. There've been some. I feel like I've been pretty revealing on some episodes.
Okay.
I've gotten comments from people in my life who say that I shouldn't say these things, that
Okay.
I shouldn't be this open, that I shouldn't talk about things, that
But-
it puts
but
people in a bad light, even though they don't even know who I'm talking about.
Oh well, that's stupid. I mean, of course. No, I had somebody on my IG live today they're asking me if I'm going to do my Instagram lives into the next
Yes.
couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I said, well, I'll probably go until Christmas. I may do Christmas, may not. We'll see.
Yeah.
But then after that, I have Hayden. So it depends. If he wants to join in and do it,
Yeah.
then we'll do it, and we'll have fun and do it together. Otherwise, if he doesn't want to do it, we're not going to do it.
Yeah.
And somebody leaves a comment, you shouldn't do it. You need to respect your son's privacy and spend the time and be intentional with him. And so, I mean, you split that into 2 points. The privacy is like, listen, it's my choice.
Yes.
What I think is privacy versus you is different. You can't tell me what to do there, and I'm not going to tell you how to raise your kid and how much privacy to show or not. But for be intentional with my child.
I like that reaction.
What?
I like that reaction from you.
Okay.
Because you are like so easygoing with almost everything, but just
Okay.
now you're like, listen, I'm the parent. I get to make the decision. I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's funny.
And then for be intentional with him, it's like you were not listening to what I just said.
Right.
If he wants to do it with me and we
with
do
me.
it together,
Yeah.
we'll do it. If he
Yes.
doesn't want to, I'm not going to have him be in the other room making a puzzle and I'm going to go on IG Live or something.
Puzzles.
Right? Puzzle with
These
Nina.
are obsessed with puzzles now.
Nina loves her puzzles.
I know. I
She
saw
drags me
London.
into it.
London started. Paris was done really quick.
So who cares about, like, everybody's going to have an opinion what you should say. I'm not worried about that. It's more, I don't want, if I talk about Alex or your Alex or Louis or Nina or my parents or whatever, and they heard it, I'm okay with them hearing it. Like, I'm not going back later and saying, oh, I really hope that, like, this person doesn't hear what I said. It's not that I want them to necessarily.
Yeah.
But it's not being ashamed or embarrassed of what I said.
Can I tell you? So I was having. Louis is going to listen to this too. So I was having
We love you, Louis.
I was having an editorial meeting with Steve.
Mm.
Steve is my camera guy. He follows me around. He edits all of my stuff for IG.
Mm-hmm.
We do a weekly editorial meeting where for half an hour we sit down and we plan out future topics, just to brainstorm and talk about what we could talk about, the ideas we want to hit, what we like and don't like. Louis couldn't make it, so I recorded the conversation so Louis could listen back on our transcription app.
Okay.
And so I knew he'd be listening to it. But we got onto the topic of you can't be friends with your employees.
Okay.
When you're starting out, you want to be friends with your employees. You want
Okay.
camaraderie. You want to think you're eye to eye.
Yeah.
But as you grow and scale your business, you come to realize very quickly that even though you want to be friends and think you're all in this together, your employees know that you're the boss. Your employees know that they're employees. Your employees know that you're not equals. And if you are friends, when you finally sit down with them and have that hard conversation and say, you know, I'm having a boss conversation, not a friend conversation, never goes back. So I'm telling them all. I'm telling Steve all of this stuff. I'm talking about how I used to want to be friends with my team and how, you know, I realized you can't and all of this. And then I made this declarative statement or something where it's like, I don't have any friends here, right? I have people who I'm work friends with, but I don't consider us friends. Yes, what?
Let's get clean audio on this.
Clean audio on this. And then as I'm talking it through and talking it out, I'm like, well, a friend is this and a friend is that. I'm like, well, maybe I guess Louis maybe is a friend. Oh, well, anyway, Louis, you're going to listen back to this.
Maybe Louis a friend.
Anyway, so
Come
I
on,
leave it
dude.
there. I leave it there.
I think your whole line of thinking is wrong, by the way. But okay, keep going.
Yeah, well, Louis not only, but so the next day I'm driving back. I'm like, Louis, did you listen to this recording? I knew
Okay.
you were going to listen to it. Did you listen? He's like, no, not yet. I'm like, okay, I feel really bad about something I said.
Okay.
And I had to like walk back. Like I was thinking in the moment about this and I hadn't really thought it through. And I think we really are friends, but I just don't know. And maybe I'm not good at being friends. And I know you're going to listen to it. I don't want you to react a certain way and I had to walk the whole thing back.
Okay.
Because I say things all the time. When I'm being honest and revealing, I don't think through
That's a
everything
problem.
we say.
Well, think through what you're saying before you say it. I mean, yes.
My gift is that I'm an open book and super transparent and super revealing, but sometimes it means that I say things that
are not true and you don't actually mean.
That I hadn't thought through.
Well, then don't say
you
it.
got to pull it back.
Sure. Okay. But
I went to him and I apologized. I said, "You're gonna listen to this,
and that's fine.
This is what I mean.
That's
is what
totally
I want."
fine.
Okay.
I mean, if I said something on an episode, dude, if I said something on an episode that I thought would hurt Nina, like I said something wrong or something, I would tell her even if she wasn't gonna listen to it.
Well, and then we'd probably cut it. Yeah.
Even if it's not your episode. I mean, I've been on interviews
okay.
and stuff all day long today. If I said something while she's out somewhere and I say something about her and I feel bad about it, then I'll let her know, like, you know what, I think I said something that as I think it through,
Yeah.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
And even the discussion allowed me to, I don't say things that I don't mean. If you ask me a question I don't know like the answer to it, I'll think it through before just blurting something out. So be intentional with your thinking, or you have to walk stuff back.
I still feel bad about lots of stuff.
About what?
But when we were in Cleveland, I came to your Airbnb and you were doing videos and whatnot.
Okay.
And you made this crazy statement, and I
Okay.
said something like, "Uh-oh, asshole Evan is coming out again,"
Okay.
like as a joke.
Okay.
And then I kind of saw like a few faces of reactions, and I meant it like totally in joke, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe it wasn't something I meant it as hyperbole, not as but people in the room may not have read it that way. I still feel bad about that. That was in April. I can remember it.
Dude, there's people at your office who hate me. What am I going to do? The intention is positive.
Yeah.
And if you sat down with any of those people, people are going to judge you, dude. People will watch your content and they'll judge you for something that you said. You came to my Airbnb and we have contacts that they didn't have. I'm not I don't even remember you said that, but I'm not offended by what you said.
Yeah.
If I was, we would have had a conversation.
And I would have felt terrible.
Right,
because I would have been like, oh, I didn't even think
you
about
can-
it,
you
realize,
can-
and all that stuff.
You
I
navigate
know,
through
you think everything's
communication.
forgivable, right?
Everything's
Right.
forgivable.
Yeah, everything's.
But-
I can come back from that, Mark. I think I can burn your house down, and I can come back from that.
I do. I think I do.
Flashback to you.
Yeah, good. Huh?
Don't burn my house down.
Dina, right? This is what he thinks. He can come. Anything that Evan does, he thinks in a few years he can come back and win someone over back for.
As long as the intent, it's the intent that matters. Now, if my intent was I hate Mark, I'm gonna go burn his house down, that's harder to come back from, right? But if my intent was to go and surprise you.
What if your intent was to get a gun and shoot your friend's dog, like Nina suggested that she would do to my dog? That sounds like intent.
Yeah, no, but listen, if my intent was I'm gonna surprise Mark with this amazing gift, and it's this electronic thing that then blows up and your whole house burns down.
Oh.
I think that's savable. I do. I think that's savable.
I would actually. I shouldn't say that out loud.
Why?
I should think of things through. That'd be amazing. I could build a new house.
Right?
Think about all that insurance money.
Right? I think it's savable. The intent matters. The intent matters the most.
As long as no one was.
But other people won't understand your intent always.
Yeah.
And so whether your alternative is to never say anything in any kind of setting.
So here's the thing. Like, I don't really struggle with this because my response to them was like, one, whatever. It doesn't matter to me that you don't think I should talk about this stuff.
But I mean, you're still feeling bad about what you said in Cleveland. I mean, it doesn't matter to you. This is how many months later?
No, this is the like me not thinking things through all the way. But when people come to me and say, I don't think you should really be talking about that like that way or this way, if I'm like, whatever, you don't. Most of the time, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
But what I was saying is, I don't think things through all the time.
Well, then you have to backtrack and apologize.
Yeah, maybe it does bother me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking in circles now, as a good podcast host should.
Wow. Good job, Mark. So if I say something, I even now, as I'm saying it, I'm conscious of the words that are coming out of my mouth. I don't remember the last time I had to walk something back.
You may also have a lower threshold for how much you care about
I care
walking
deeply.
things back.
No. I mean, if I felt like I unintentionally hurt somebody, it destroys me. Like the fact that people at your office hate me, really, like as a human.
I don't know if anyone hates you.
Well, whatever.
I think you're being like.
Okay,
I think you're being Gary Vee right now, where he talks about like all the people who are against him, but he uses that because he wants people to be against him.
I don't use it. I don't
think
want people
anyone
to be
in my
against
office
you.
hates you.
Okay, what word would you use?
What word would I use? I think some people
Don't hedge.
believe in you.
It's
not a hedge.
Come on, that's a hedge.
No,
Misunderstand.
No, it's not that they misunderstand. I think some people think.
People think that I brainwashed you.
Oh, but I don't know if that's people in my office.
Yes.
Who? I know people in my family think that. But that's different. That's different levels in the circles. Yeah, I don't know if they think you brainwashed me or I have been brainwashed, but I'm sure Tony Robbins will get blamed for some things. I'm sure you will get as well.
And that's devastating, and you keep going because that's part of what happens.
I love it. I love the opposition.
No, I don't love that.
I love it right now because I feel like I figured out something, and I feel kind of bad for those who haven't yet, and I want them to come over to the other side.
Sure, but you're not actually doing it. Like, I'm not actually... Yes, empathy, for sure. Empathy. Like, if you... Listen, at the same time, I believe that if you hate me, you hate yourself. Like, what am I giving you? It's just growth. Right? You hate yourself. Like, the people who would be against me at your office are...
Why do you keep saying about at my office?
Now we got to double down on it.
Wow.
Don't like their own life.
See, now when some people listen to this, this is the perfect example.
Okay, good.
Because some people are going to listen to this, and they're going to think that we're talking about them, and we're not.
Well, maybe. But that gives a great opportunity for a conversation.
If they bring it forward. Yeah.
Listen, I had a woman on last night. Yesterday on my YouTube. I have a private Facebook group for people who buy my book in advance. Mm-hmm. So we had a woman on yesterday, and
it's crazy because if you want access to Evan, people talk about like they try to get on your IG Live and try to get these conversations with you.
Yeah.
People pick the most oversaturated ways to try and get in touch with you when you have these really amazing channels where literally people can talk to you. Like pre-order your book.
Yeah.
$45. You go into a private group and they have access to you. Like, go to Twitch, where only 6 people show up.
Yeah.
And literally, you can have so much one-on-one time with Evan.
Yeah.
Just by checking him out between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. usually.
Yep.
Eastern Standard Time.
6:30. Yeah. Not
6:30
today, but tomorrow. Well, actually,
on
I don't know when this
Twitch.
comes out. Anyway, so she comes on. We has a whole other conversation. And she sends me this 25-page deck of her vision and vision board and story and everything.
Did you say, oh my goodness, I'm not going to read this?
No, it's like, where do you want me to go? I don't know her enough. Like, if you sent me that, like, forget it. But
you wouldn't even open it.
Oh my God, Mark, what are you sending me? This is ridiculous, right?
You already did that when I sent you the asset list for your ads for YouTube, right? Facebook for your campaign, the big master list I sent you.
No, I just did. I thought you had a mistake. I didn't understand the first section. No, I just expect now when Mark sends something, every line's going to count.
It's concise.
Every line's going to count. Yeah, and you sent me a giant document for the wireframe and all that stuff. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and I'm not hard on people from the beginning because I have to listen first to know what the problem is. So as we start going through, she's launching 5 different businesses, and it's all about helping, really helping young girls get more confidence in themselves. That's her thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a mess. It's all over the place. It's unorganized. It's unfocused. It's chaotic. But when she went to her story, it was all about this other woman who she helped. Mm-hmm. Here's an example of what I do and why I love it so much. But it's just this other woman's story about how she went through this abuse and sold into pimps and all this stuff. It's like, great, what was your story? Like, who am I signing up for? What did you go through? And there's a bit of resistance, but we got to that, she didn't feel loved by her mom and all this stuff. And we had you have to, if we don't know the story, nobody's gonna ever connect with you. You can't just hide behind all these other people. You gotta know your story. Mm-hmm. And we were in a 5 minutes of just, I don't know what else to tell you, because without knowing the story, we can't do anything. But I understand that it's hard for you to tell your story with your mom. Like, you said, do you still talk to your mom? Yes. Her mom would be devastated if she heard this. And the answer we came up with after was, you know what, the best path is for you actually to involve your mom in your mission. Like, you need to go and explain what you felt, what happened, because they've never talked about it. And I'm sure, and she recognized that, like, her mom did the best that she did. Like, she had her own, even though you needed this as a daughter, your mom was trying, she was doing stuff.
Yeah.
She's doing her best. She didn't know what she was doing, and you felt neglected. But being able to now be a resource for other kids and moms as a joint thing to say, hey, here's what we went through and here's how you can solve it, I think is the best path out. And so before any of that can even launch, she has to go talk to her mom.
You know, I had to do that in, I think, May. I was dropping something off at my mom's, and I went, you know, I need to warn you / not really ask you, but more like warn you that I'm talking about my past a lot more. I'm doing this personal branding stuff and this thought leadership stuff, and I'm opening up more about kind of my childhood and everything. And I don't think my mom really did anything wrong, but if you just hear my story at a surface level, it'll seem, because I talk about my parents in general.
Yeah.
So she's going to wear a lot of stuff that people will assume that really isn't true.
Okay.
And I kind of asked her permission. Like,
Okay. What'd she say?
She said, for sure, share everything. She said, like, she was totally open to it, but my mom's open and she's a writer, and she had to do the same thing because she wanted to write a memoir that impacted people in our family. And she had, you know, when you're writing a memoir, you have to walk the line between, you know, what you witnessed in families in the 60s or the 50s or whatever it might be, and what can you share and what can't you share, and how will they feel about it. And we all face the same thing.
Everybody needs to have your business has to be your memoir.
Mm-hmm. That's a good line.
You have to share your story. Like, why am I buying from you? Everybody has to go through this exercise. So because she wanted to maintain, she loves her mom, she wants to keep the relationship. It's not like I hate her and I'll say anything because it's over. She has to get her mom on side with the mission and what she's trying to do. And then how can you honor your mom and honor yourself and what you went through at the same time? That's the line that you have to walk and figure out. But over Christmas break, you should go talk to your mom and figure out what you're going to do. And she started crying, and she's like, this could be like the greatest conversation she's ever had. Like, this conversation is 30 years or whatever in the making. It should have happened.
Right.
So you don't blame that. If there's a problem in like somebody at Fanta hears this and is hiding it and not talking about it, the problem isn't that I said something. The problem is that there's no communication. The relationship is broke and needs to be fixed. That's the problem, right?
I like how you go with is broke.
Yeah, it's broke.
Is broken?
It's broke. No, it's broke. It's broke. It's broke.
It's broke.
It's broke. Yeah. The relationship is IZ broke and needs to be fixed.
Broke.
Yeah, exactly. Right? That's it. Because otherwise you keep having a surface level. These chairs. You're fine. You're okay.
You know what? Sitting down used to be more comfortable when I had more
You're okay, Mark. You're okay.
fat on my body.
Wow. So, yeah, if that's worrying you, if the intent is positive and that's worrying you, then it's fixing the communication. Like, you can't have an honest conversation with somebody on your team, that's a problem. That's the problem. And that's actually the most liberating thing of all time. Her talking to you is so like anxious right now.
What's that?
You're like,
who, me?
Yeah,
yeah, because I literally
sweating.
No, I'm actually not sweating. The first thing that popped in my head is I don't know if I have honest conversations with people. Not because I'm living in Hedge City and the mayor of Hedgeville, but because, and this is an old issue of mine, right? I come across as very, very direct. And so I feel like I've gotten more direct over the last year and figured out how to walk that line.
But if you have great communications, you can be.
Good communication
but that's the problem. Like, you can be super direct. I'm very direct.
Yeah, that's good for you. It works for you.
No, it actually works for everybody. People are afraid of actually having. I posted this thing on Instagram. I'll show Alex if she came in. There's a lineup of people who want pleasant lies. Mm-hmm. And there's one person who wants unpleasant truths. Mm-hmm. That's what most people are doing. Like, comforting lies, that's what it is. Comforting lies versus unpleasant truths. People actually want to hear the truth. You're being selfish by not being direct and telling them the truth. But you don't. This is the same thing as people should be harder on themselves. They're not ready. They can't handle it because you don't have the relationship. You haven't built that up. They don't feel the love and the trust coming from you. That's what has to be established first before you can be direct. If you come up with some mistake and I get right to the thing of, Mark, what are we doing here? This is loser thinking or something. If I didn't know you, I wouldn't do that with anybody else, right?
Sure.
It's based off of all the love, of all that's been put into the relationship of massive love, that I could say almost anything and it won't rock the foundation.
Mm-hmm. That's
what needs to be built up first. But the answer isn't just be hedge city and mellow and don't say anything and couch everything and try to be nice and, playful with everybody, because that actually doesn't serve you or them. You should be more direct, but you have to learn the other side, more love.
Mm.
Yeah. Direct is great. Everybody wants direct feedback. They just can't handle it.
For anyone listening, I'm sitting here quietly, very uncomfortable right now.
But is it true?
I don't know. Why is it a struggle for me to sit down and make this video message or whatever for my team for the email, and you're like, oh, the answer is to go through each and every person and explain, thank you and what they mean and all of this stuff, and it's just like...
Oh, I didn't say that's the answer. I'd hate to sit through a stupid video from the CEO talking about all these different people.
That's what you said earlier.
No, I just imagine that's what you would do, but it doesn't mean that's what I think is a good idea.
No, that feels inauthentic to me, because...
Just make a video for each one individually. Say what they meant to you for the year. Sent.
But I don't think in those terms, so I'd have to sit down and actually think about each person, and then... Yeah, like this whole you have to build up the relationship to be able. You have to build up the relationship to be able to be loving and all that stuff. I don't know if I'm good at relationship building for that.
You care about people. That's all you need. That's the starting point.
I care about helping people get their outcomes because I'm outcome focused still.
No, you care about people.
Yeah.
You do. You care about people.
We'll work on that in 2020.
Get to work. Like, you look at your camera guy, Steve. Mm-hmm. He's getting a lot closer to you than maybe other people who are just in the office. You get to follow him.
I thought about him a few days ago, and so yesterday morning I came in. I said, "Hey, Steve, I just realized we talk all the time about work, but we don't talk at all about you." I'm like, "How are you doing?" Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Good." And then I noticed literally within 2.5 minutes we were talking about work again. He took it there. I didn't take it there, but I tried to make an effort. But I felt bad because it's been like a month or two since I sat down to ask him how he's doing. You need.
That's you. You got to pull it out. I sat down with Jeremy. I do it quarterly with people, right? Tonight I'm meeting Alex. I sat down with Jeremy about a month ago, and Jeremy's like hyper-focused, business, let's go, and he's all into his own personal development and all this stuff. And then the first thing he says, we sit down for coffee, because every time we meet on Monday, it's always about clients, how we doing, working, learning, training, getting better, right? Mm-hmm. We sat down in the second cup, and his first thing out of his mouth is, I don't know that we really need to do like checkups. I mean, if something was going wrong, I would tell you. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, cool, man. That's not just to have a conversation outside of just work stuff. Mm-hmm. What's going? And then it led to this whole other thing opening up, right? And I'm not going to share Jeremy's story, but some interesting developments from the conversation. So you have to maneuver and push and pull. I did it super quick when I was there at the office, just like a little taste. Like, you need to lead the next freaking session, dude.
Yeah.
Right? So then that allows you to be more direct. You should be more direct, not be less direct and then be upset when people don't.
So 2020, be more direct. What were the other things he said?
He's doing it just to aggravate me. He's putting in the 2020 just to aggravate. He likes to poke.
So next year, I'm going to start thinking about being more direct.
Right? Poke your friend Evan some more.
I'm going to care more about people and build relationships. Mm-hmm. We're going to crush and kill disappointment, and Evan will be a brand new person in April.
And stop getting rid of excuses.
Stop getting rid of excuses.
Yeah. It's dirty, so we can't eat it. Stop giving up. Stop
settling.
Quitting so easily. Yeah.
I like that.
Stop quitting so easily. Yeah. Stop giving up. What's a stronger word? Settling? Giving up, quitting, settling.
See, I feel like I don't give up easily, but on certain things.
Well, that's the thing. On everything.
Yeah.
Because Mark Drager said he's going to do it. That means something.
Yeah.
All right. Happy
New
Year.
For the year. What
Okay.
a weird episode, eh?
If you want to see why I hate New Year's resolutions and our discussion about it, check the video right there next to us. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and we'll see you there.